Hi everyone, my name is Kaylee and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Future me here popping in real quick. I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of a warning about this story time today. This topic may be a sensitive subject to some people, and in particularly we are going to be talking about school shootings, so viewer discretion is advised. I wanted to use this as kind of an educational video to shed some light on the fact that these situations can happen. Remember though, it's never too late to speak out if you know something. I left a few numbers down below in the description, so please feel free to call one of those numbers if you feel the need to share something that could hopefully save somebody's life. Okay, back to the story. Alright, so a few things before we get started on this story time today. If you are new here and you have never seen a story time, for most of the time I will be looking over here because my mirror is over here and I would like to see what I am doing. Also, I do tell these story times in a first-person point of view, and this story time was sent in by an anonymous user. Another thing before we get into this video, I like to wipe my face off before I do my makeup. It just makes me feel better about my skin being more clean, I guess, because you never want to put makeup on if you are oily or you have old makeup on your face. That's gross. We don't do that here. Story time about how I was dating the school shooter. Yeah. This one is most likely going to be a wild one, so buckle in, guys. So a little background information. So at the time, I was a sophomore in high school, so I was around 15 or 16 when this all happened. Well, one day in October, I was sitting at lunch with my friends, and they had dared me to go sit with the shy kid. And of course I did because they had offered me $10. Well, when I went over there and sat with him, we started having a conversation and I realized he was actually a really nice kid. And another thing, he was extremely hot, guys. Now, I had seen him around school before, but I never saw what his face looked like because he was always wearing a hoodie. So besides my friends daring me to talk to him this one time, we actually had started talking more after that, which of course led to us hanging out with each other. And eventually he had came out and said that he liked me. And I had told him that I liked him too. Can you guys hear the birds outside? I'm so sorry if you can hear them. They're just chirping away out there. So I said that I liked him too, and then we started dating. And to be honest, it was the perfect relationship. So fast forward, we had been dating for 6 months, and at this time I felt like he trusted me a lot because he started telling me how much he hated this one group of girls. Come to find out, this group of girls that he hated oh so much turned out to be my friends. You know, the ones that had dared me to go over and talk to him. Yeah. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. You're probably like, well, how doesn't he know those are your friends? I had never told him that these were my friends because my friend group was considered controversial, if that's the right word. Which of course at first I just brushed it off because, you know, everybody has somebody that they dislike in high school or a group of people that just annoy them. Well then, for hours this kid would go on about how much he hated these girls. He went as far to say that he wants to kill them. Yeah. What would you guys do in that situation? Now, before you guys say anything, him and I have a very sarcastic sense of humor. So, you know, at first I had thought that he was just joking. But as he would talk about it more and more, he started sounding more and more serious. Well, finally, after 10 months of dating, he tells me that he wants to shoot up the school. And he told me his entire plan and how he was going to make this happen. So what did I do? I recorded the whole thing, especially with everything going on today. Now, this wasn't just like one day while I was over at his house, you know, he told me this plan. He had explained this to me over the phone. Now, after I had got off the phone with him, I started typing out an email to literally all of the office staff at my school, because in that situation I didn't know whether to call the police or if he was even really that serious. But sadly I never finished the email because I had fell asleep that night. Well, when I woke up the next morning I realized that I had never finished the email. Whew. So I quickly finish up the email and I hit send, even though I pretty much knew that it was too late because all of the office staff had meetings the next day, but I still had hope that it would get through to somebody. Well, after I had a feeling that that didn't work, I told all my friends not to go to school that day and to find a way to tell the principal what was going on. Well, I had a feeling at that time that class had already started because nobody was answering my messages, sadly. So at this point, I was desperate and I had ridden my bike to school. I already missed the bus. By the time I got there, second period had already started. So as soon as I got into the school, I ran to the principal's office, but none of them were in there. What a coincidence, right? Like the day that you have something very, very important to tell all the office staff and stuff like that, none of them are there. That is just like, I feel like low-key, that is the type of luck that I would have in my life. It's just terrible luck. It's like when you think of the worst that could happen, that's the worst. Anyways, back to the story. Like I said, when I got in there, nobody there. Zilch, not a person in sight. Well, right after I ran in there and realized nobody was there, I heard gunshots and screaming in the hallways. So I hurried up, grabbed my phone, called 911, and after I had ran into the teacher's bathroom, and I was in there for a good 3 hours. Now, of course, me never being in this situation, I would imagine that the reason why I was there for 3 hours was because, you know, of course the police are going to go in and check all of the classrooms and try to get the children out of the building safely, but also they have to find the person with the gun. So the police search the school, they find me in the bathroom. After that, I spent 6 painful days at the police station, talking about no other than my boyfriend. I went through interrogations and a lot of other crap, which is expected, obviously. Still to this day, I feel very guilty about the fact that I could have saved so many lives in this situation. And you are probably wondering, no, none of my friends died. I didn't move away after this. One of my friends did get shot, but she was incredibly lucky. She survived it, unlike a lot of others. Alright, thank you everybody for tuning into another story time. I'm very excited to announce that I have a new posting schedule for story times on my YouTube. I will be posting every Monday and Friday. I figured so that way you guys could look forward to something after school on Monday, because we all know that Mondays are complete garbage. And Friday, so that way, you know, the weekend's starting, why not just get ready, do your makeup with one of my story times. So make sure to hit that bell to get notified when I post my new story time. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you are new here and you would like to see more of me, click that subscribe button. And if you just want to keep up with me in general, follow me on my social medias. They are all linked down below. But other than that, I will see you guys on Friday. Love you guys.